Hello everybody, I'm going to bring you some tournaments from my dream in StarCraft 2.1 Fee tournament. However the hell you want to say it, Fee 2.1, it's a big mouthful either way. But we are going to be starting off with the open bracket, which was everything all the way up to Platinum skill level. And we are going to be looking at the first semifinals match, and down in the bottom corner of the map, which I do believe is Cloud Kingdom, we have WhyBroMad as the Terran player, and up in the top right we have another Terran player, Search. And we are going to be watching these two players duke it out to see who can make it to the finals. I cannot remember exactly what the prize that I awarded for the open bracket was. I do believe it was about $25 though. Let's see. Yeah, $25 went to first place, $15 went to second place, and then I also handed out a $10 prize to multiple players just for participating, whether they won or not. We can see both players starting with the exact same build, Supply Depot and SCVs. As we continue along, we will see what's going to happen, but I really have no idea right now. Anyways, this is a best of 3 matches semifinals. Yeah, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it, and we'll see. And we do see a barracks coming down. Look at that though, almost exact same timing, just basically 2 seconds off between these two barracks. And yeah, we're seeing, if we look at the income tab, worker production is pretty much the exact same as well. Both players doing pretty much a mirror build for now, which is really not that surprising when we're talking about TvT, which is, or any mirror matchup. Usually the very opening is a mirror matchup. But we do see the scout coming out first for WhyBroMad, and I don't know why is bro mad? Ah, my phone is ringing, sorry guys. Okay, there we go, the phone is no longer ringing. And we now see a very big change in the build, as we see the supply depot coming down for Search, but we do not see that supply depot coming down yet for WhyBroMad, as he does plan on expanding first, and that SCV is denied the scout because of the supply depot, quite interestingly. But both players are getting their orbitals about the same time, and the Marine, and this is pretty standard to, you know, everything up to this point. The only difference is we do see a faster expand coming out of WhyBroMad. And will we see proper scouting? We do see one Marine being pushed out across the field, and I wonder if he'll be able to get the scouting information that's needed. Probably no, he will definitely not, as that Marine is choosing to go quite a different route than any other route he could have, or than a direct route into the base, so that other SCV will be out. And of course he has his own expansion coming down, but it is definitely later, so we see that WhyBroMad already has a small advantage, as he's getting down his command center faster, and the income tab shows that the number of harvesters is still very similar, although WhyBroMad does have one less SCV actually on the minnow patches, so he does have a small advantage in that sense. You can see a lot of scouting just for proxies and stuff around his side coming from Search, as he has currently not scouted anything about his opponent, so he chose to just go for scouting for proxies instead. We see quite a few Marines coming out, and will we see some bunkers being placed down early or not? Whoa, that was really loud, Steam. Okay, so I think I'm going to do the start of the matches in ×2 in the future. Even though this is a tournament, I think it would probably be beneficial for everybody if you don't have to spend like 4 minutes just watching nothing happen. I can't even commentate. So, you know, lately in my life, you know, I've been having this fun time. I've been going on drinking and yeah, okay, I'm not going to tell any stories that are made up. So anyways, we'll move along now. We see, yes, 3 racks coming down, and, ooh, look at this, 5 racks coming down from WhyBroMad. If we look at the income tab, we can see both players still are doing a very admirable job at keeping the production, or the worker count, almost the exact same. But we do see only 1 SCV now being produced for Search, so he's definitely going to start falling behind. Oh, there's the 2, never mind. But yeah, he has already fallen the 1 behind. That's absolutely horrible in a mirror matchup, and he's going to lose because of it. GameSense prediction. Oh yeah. If we look at the, going over to the units tab though, now we can see that 8 Marines versus 7, but there's definitely going to be a lot more coming out for WhyBroMad, as he does have a lot more barracks. And we finally see the scan going down, and what is that going to reveal? That reveals a fair amount. It reveals all 5 barracks, although it does reveal absolutely nothing about the expansion. But I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume that it's going to be there. And yes, we do see double bunker as a response. This is an awesome response And it will work out very well considering the large force of Marines. Will he be able to pull this Marine off the watchtower in time, though, to save its pathetic life? No, he will not. Let's hope that these... Oh, they're totally rallied over there. This Marine, this poor Marine, doesn't even get a kill. And the Marine that leads the charge and takes all the damage doesn't get the kill either. Some other jackass stole his kill. Where's it? There's the kill stealer. What a jerk. What a jerk. What a jerk, kill stealer. Ooh, that's actually a pretty looking statue. It's like a Protoss-ish fire statue. And we do see the bunkers are up, though. Definitely that is going to be awesome. But he doesn't have a lot of SCVs sitting at this base, so it'll be interesting to see if he's able to get the SCVs up to repair in time. You can see definitely a huge deficit of Marines, but he does have those 2 bunkers. A lot of people don't realize just how powerful bunkers are in the lower leagues. So if you are in the lower leagues and you're watching this, yeah, definitely. And those Marines chewing through those rocks, those little bullets slowly chipping away until there's nothing left but a fine powdery dust that settles on the ground. Okay guys, do something interesting. I'm bored. How about you viewers? It'd be like so much better if you're like live streaming this to cast it, because then you could be like chatting with people and doing interesting things other than just casting a game. Or if I had a co-caster with me. It's kind of fun whenever I get a co-caster. Usually I will get Dylan to join me. He's not available right now, and I really haven't tried co-casting with anyone else to know if they're any good at it. But we do see the Marine push, and oh, look at that. He saw that there were bunkers, and he was like, screw it. For me, I'm like, I see bunkers, and I'm like, I'm going to try and break it, and then I lose. So, we can see both players still pretty even for Harvesters. A lot more money, though, invested by WhyBroMad on those Marines, as he has an additional 12 out, which is an additional 600 resources, so we definitely see a little bit more tech being put down for our Blue Terran player Search, as he's ahead up by about 300 there. And then his army, whoa, his army spending is actually higher as well. Interesting. He must have just built a whole bunch of Marines and maybe some other high tech. Oh right, the medevacs and the tank coming out. That definitely adds to a spending tab. And what are we going to see? Right now we don't see too much. Oh, we see double, there we go, we see double upgrades coming out. Oops, wrong tab. See double upgrades coming out of both players, actually, it looks like. Where are the... here's the one. Where's the other Eng Bay? I'm not sure exactly what those Marines plan to do without a medevac there. I have a feeling they're going to do absolutely no damage. Man, okay, he's just doing 1 upgrade. And his opponent's doing double upgrades. Anyways, upgrade tab looks kind of really messy, so we're going to switch away from that back to the friendly units tab. And we see all these Marines really having done nothing. And oh, what's going to happen here? Oh, and 15 HP, the Marine wins the watchtower. But how long will that victory last for? It'll be interesting to see. As he's now pushing out, he does have the advantage, though, of having 2 medevacs, which is going to be quite large. But how's his reaction time? No, that poor Marine dying pitifully, as the reaction time was just not quite enough. And the siege tank, though, is now out on the field, and siege mode is ready, so this could definitely be huge if there was an engagement. But we see WhyBroMad having taken his 3rd base, completely saturated it. Oh my god, he's just killing the economy here. And he's going to be shooting ahead extremely fast if Search doesn't push in and punish this immediately. But I don't know if Search can, because even though he has the 1 tank that he can turn into siege mode, he actually has less Marines. But all the Marines are out of position. Will he get up there in time? And will he get that tank siege? That is going to be the most important thing. Oh no, it looks like he's been found out. And the siege tank, no, it is not up in time. Oh, there we go. Will it deal the damage? No, and with all the Marines gone, that siege tank is able to do absolutely nothing, as he completely gets obliterated in that engagement. And I think that's going to be game. He's down in expansion. He just lost a huge amount of army, and there's really not much he can do other than the fact that he has slightly higher tech. But we see a ton of barracks. Oh my, that's a lot of barracks being added on to try and make up for that. And if we look back in WhyBroMad's base, he definitely doesn't have as much production, but he has quite a bit, and his medevacs are now starting to come out. Quite interesting. It really sucks for Search that that engagement had to go so bad for him. Even though upgrades were pretty much equal, but that siege tank just was not sieged in time. You really should have considered either retreating or sieging up that siege tank on the low ground. That scan also could have been placed a little bit better. I would have placed it right around here, because then you could have seen any units that were here, any units that were coming from here, and of course check to see if there's something sitting on the top of the base on the high ground, such as a tank. And looks like the counter push is now coming in. Will he get this tank sieged up in time? Will he load up the bunkers, or will he just die horribly? And it actually looks like WhyBroMad is just checking, He wants to say, okay, if you're going to have a third base, which I'm kind of thinking you do, I'm going to deny it, but apparently not. And oh my god, Search completely getting out of position here. This is definitely not going to be good. Siege up that tank, siege up that tank. There we go, and the tank being sieged just in time, but I actually don't know if that was in time, as there's only the one siege tank. And oh, this is going to be such a close battle. And it looks like as if Search is just barely able to pull out ahead, managing to crush that army and push it back. And if we look now, he's able to even up the resource loss tab. But most importantly, he does not have that third base, so he can't afford to be sitting that far behind in the units loss tab. He really needs to get his economy up, because right now we're seeing 71. Well, let's look at the income tab. We're seeing, yeah, like 800 income difference plus 250 gas. So, well, yeah, 250. So it's definitely very important, and I don't think Search will be able to pull out from this. He might, but the chances are extremely low. We can see another push, interestingly, by WhyBroMad here. I'm not sure if he's actually pushing out or just moving around with his army, but this could actually be really good for Search if he gets the siege tank sieged properly, which it looks like he will not, but I think he's still going to win this engagement. But his medevacs were not healing because he had them on move for just a little bit too long, and he doesn't want to be too greedy with these Marines. He has to be careful here. He does not have the support of the siege tanks, but he's able to win just because he does have the slightly superior numbers and picks off a couple medevacs. This is huge. Definitely needs to get as far ahead in that resources loss tab as he can, because he does not have the pace advantage. But I think WhyBroMad just decided to go a little bit too heavy, building these extra 2 command centers, and that's definitely going to cost them, especially with these siege tanks down here. Oh, did he build 3 extra orbitals? Wow. Yeah, I think that was just a little bit too greedy, but no, it looks like as if Search here is overcommitting, and he might actually lose a lot of forces as these SCVs come in on the siege tanks. This could be really bad, and yes, he definitely loses a ton of forces here, but in the resources loss tab, he's definitely able to still keep a commanding lead, which is exactly what he needs. We can see upgrades coming along for both players, although it looks like as if... I don't know, it actually, Search is now actually ahead, but no, if he loses these medevacs, it will be big, and it looks like as if he will... Oh! And he loses all 3 of them, and that sucks. That's immense loss. Definitely should have taken those medevacs out of the battle a lot earlier. But with all of those orbital commands, all of the mules being dropped, the income force, WhyBroMad, is just going to spike drastically, and he is definitely going to take commanding lead. We finally see Search coming down with his 3rd command center, and thankfully though, oh, WhyBroMad actually GG's out of the game. I'm quite surprised by this. He really shouldn't have pushed in here. He should have played a little more defensively, played to the strength, the fact that he has that 3rd command center up and his opponent doesn't, and has all those mules. But he chose to GG out of the game, and game 1 of the best of 3 goes to Search in a surprising victory with better engagements, is all I can really say. Now we'll be moving shortly on to game number 2.